From Tavia and Nyong'o. Now, Tavia is my colleague in performance studies at NYU, and Tavia writes the most wonderful things about race and punk and queer. He is the professor of punk. He knows his punk intersections with queerdom. And he knows a lot of other things. He's viciously rotten, but ever so intelligent and handsome. And what's not to love about that? So it is my great pleasure to bring Tavia into the circle of the great chain and the golden meanie of queer being.
Thank you, Kay. This is such a wonderful and strange thing to be experiencing, and so it's hard to introduce a book that hasn't been written yet. So consider this my elevator pitch, delivered on the chain of being somewhere between the demons and the stars. The title of the book that I'm writing is Little Monsters, a Queer Bestiary. And it is an attempt to listen to the sounds of musical queerness after it has escaped the closet. If the epistemology of the closet has for so many decades shaped knowledges about sexuality through economies of secrecy and disclosure, how does queerness continue to reverberate when knowing ceases to matter, at least in the same ways, and when being or becoming assumes a weirdly vital new prominence? What happens when queerness mutates beyond recognition? How do we hear the queer in the resonant chambers of the society as it's transforming itself from within, shedding the skin of the old forms and norms, and revealing the contours of new ones that have yet to congeal or harden? What are the energetics of queerness at a time when sensitivity has eclipsed sensibility, and where the fugitive may be as valuable a resource for world-making as the visible once was? From the intersection of punk and queer in the 70s to the mattering of sex and race in queer hip-hop today, Little Monsters looks to popular music as a site where we can hear this morphogenesis of the queer. It takes stock of all the fabulous creatures and little monsters that stalk the edges of the circle of norms in which we are so frequently kettled. It strives to make sense of their habitats and ecologies, using some of the wilder modes of perception which new speculative realisms are calling for, but without ever getting too far out of earshot of the bars, bedrooms, and headphone utopias where queer noises resonate. That's the project. Hope you will stick with it.
Well, that was beautiful. Now, I have to tell you that what Tavia sent me was 2.5 pages of typescript manuscript from this project, from which the song was built. 2 little pages, but at the center of which was the phrase, "I prefer my meanings." And I thought, oh, I prefer my meanings too. I think we all do. I think every one of our scholars here tonight has demonstrated that he or she prefers his or her own meanings. As I hope all of you do as well. Because really, the thing about scholarship, in the end, is about preferring one's own meanings and understanding why one's own meanings are legitimate and important and can be demonstrated and thought about and given to others, as we've tried to do tonight. So, thank you, Tavia, for a wonderful moment between the pages and me when we decided that we did, in fact, prefer our own meanings. And this will be the ending of our, sorry, there's no on top of it, there's way on top of me. I just would like to thank everyone for coming tonight, and I hope that you'll enjoy the book party upstairs afterwards, and meet and greet each other and talk about your queer feelings and vulnerabilities and your preferred meanings and all kinds of things. The goal of our evening was, if you haven't gotten it by now, was that otherwise is a way into scholarship and a way into understanding the importance of queer scholarship, not only for those of us who are in it for our careers and our money or whatever, but those of us who are in it and you who are of it and the world which is made by it, really. And so that's what this evening was about. I thank you so much for coming. It's very, very important to me to have friends and family be with me tonight. Mary, thank you for coming. I would like now to prefer my meanings. And thank you, Tavia.
Compassion is the shaking of violent relatedness. I prefer my meanings. I prefer my meanings.
the dirt.